Hi, and welcome to Halo Chat. Let's talk about Halo.
Halo Chat.
Hi, and welcome to Halo Chat. Remember to drop a like and subscribe if you want to keep up with our Halo content. Now let's get to the discussion. You know how this episode made me feel? This latest episode?
Like that?
It made me feel like I could do backflips.
Oh my god.
Whoa! Hi, and welcome again to Halo Chat, where we are discussing episode 3, Emergence, of the Halo series on Paramount Plus. Not a sponsor, but you know the deal. We go through the episode and we talk about what we liked, we talk about what we didn't like, and we review the overall episode. We give it 1 out of 10 and we decide. We tell you how we feel about the episode.
I really am gonna have to learn how to speak that, man. I have no idea what you just said. You could have called me anything.
I mean, we said this last time, but I actually mean it this time because I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it last time. It was a good episode, but it wasn't huge. But this episode, episode 3. Oh my god, this is a really good one. I like
it. It hit you in a couple different ways.
It hit me in all 4 of my mandibles, like without a doubt.
And
like
every 7 of my 10 senses. Wait, no, he's subdued, so I didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, he doesn't have any senses.
I didn't actually feel a thing.
But
did I?
Yeah. But this episode gave us like spoilers. Yes, big time.
Yeah. By the way,
spoilers.
again, if you don't know where this is, we're talking Halo spoilers. We're talking about the episode. We're gonna spoil. We're gonna tell it like it is.
Yeah. If you have not watched episode 3, go watch episode 3 and then come back, and then we can share in our shared experience of enjoying. Well, presumably you might hate it. Who knows? If you hate it, let us know. But first thing is first, they hit us again with a big flashback, like another flashback. Like this show is very heavy on the flashbacks and building these character arcs and let us understand like where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So we learned that, well, I learned for the first time in 3 episodes that the blessed one's name is Maki, like Make, I guess. I don't know, but Maki,
something like that. Maki.
And we saw her as a child. In that again, like this is how you know I'm not 100% like I love Halo no matter what. But like weird children having a little crush on each other thing.
Right. They kind of just threw you into that, right? They kind of threw you into that
bizarre.
What do you call it? A
childhood romance?
A memory. Yeah, childhood, yeah. But just the memory itself. It was just like Halo credits begin, and then for one of an important character, you kind of just got thrown right into that.
Yeah.
And little childhood romance on a child mining planet. What was that?
A child mining planet. It was like a junkyard. It was essentially a junkyard planet.
Oh yeah,
and
that's right. A waste. Yeah.
It was like a recycling planet or something. But like, I understand the purpose of what they were trying to do, which is again to paint the UNSC and humanity, like future humanity in general, as like you are able to see why she could potentially be working with the Covenant without really questioning it, because what we saw was her presumably best friend and child love
and slick boy.
That was, you see this word
he thought he was,
it says
he
kiss.
Thought he was slick,
and when you read it,
and he paid the damn price for that slickness.
Do you see the word? Do you see it?
I see it.
You see when it's written.
It doesn't mean we gotta.
When it's written, we have to kiss.
No, we don't have to do anything.
Okay. Whatever.
We don't have to do anything.
Just following the rules of the show.
Don't have to do anything.
No. Okay, that's fine. Anyway,
hey.
Okay, all right. So anyway,
you see this word here? Means foot up your ass.
Yeah. In St. Helios, we call it.
Right, the foot up your ass.
Right. But anyway, so I mean, I understand what the creators are doing. They were like, oh, we're gonna make it super obvious that they're like friends, and then we're gonna get the humans to murder her boyfriend immediately.
Yeah, her
like,
boyfriend,
and that's supposed to be like
heart
her
and soul.
her heart and soul on this junk planet.
How could she possibly have known that? She was a child. But yeah, no, she had,
true.
She definitely,
she
that was
had
definitely like her
a little crush. That was her sweet thing. That was her sweet thing. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like he gets murdered.
It was cute.
Immediately.
It was cute.
And you're like, oh, okay, I mean, humanity.
You're hold on. You're going light on that. This kid got literally life beat out of him.
Yeah, it was
again Paramount with the violence. God damn,
really,
you keep
really brutal.
surprising the fuck out of me.
Yeah, but again, to paint the picture that like humanity is her enemy, and then the Covenant come with their their forerunner tracking magic wand, I guess.
Yeah, it was a literal a wizard staff,
which is
that the elites apparently had.
Again, like bizarre. Like if you're going to complain about something,
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't like I don't know. It doesn't like bother me. But if you're going to complain about something, don't complain about. It doesn't bother me either. But it also coming off. But complain about magic.
Yeah.
Like
it didn't bother me. But whatever relic they had, they could have. They didn't have to make it look like a wizard staff, like a sci-fi wizard staff. Really.
Bizarre.
It was
like,
that was a little. That didn't make. I had no idea. I mean, I got it once the scene played out, but I was like, "What the fuck is this? What is he holding?"
Yeah, but it's just like like I don't know. I guess maybe we'll find out what further down the road. But it was like the Jedi. Sure. You remember in like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order how they had the magic that showed you where all the Jedi were, like all the children Jedi. Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
like,
I guess that's kind of like what they were doing.
Whatever. I guess we have to make some.
Yeah.
Movies,
Anyways,
but anyway, the Covenant come and. Like to her, they save her from this evil planet of humans, and so it kind of like builds that like I understand.
Yeah.
Like,
I
understand why she's
she just watched her sweet man get
her sweet boy
to death, and then these two crazy aliens with a magic stick and a pretty sweet ride. You get a nice shot of it up in the sky above them.
Pretty sweet ride,
and they're the ones that basically save her from being murdered next.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah,
because
that's exactly
they're not hesitating to hold hands back from kids because they beat his ass.
Yeah. So like we understand why this person like completely despises humanity,
right?
And it like makes sense now.
Right,
it's not like she's just some rando.
Right.
And then also remember we were talking about how like she had the scar on her back. I kind of like, and we were talking about that controversial theory that she might be the arbiter. Like she's I still believe that she could potentially fill that story arc role from like Covenant enemy to ally. But I think that scar was just to show us that she's gone through like a lot, and they made the point to show us her like getting that scar when she was trying to escape the police or whatever. But you mentioned the sweet rides. Like, can we like give credit where credit is due on just the accuracy of the ships?
Yeah.
Like I talked to somebody on TikTok mentioned on I did a clip of the like slip space scene or whatever where they come out of hyperspace.
That's right.
Or excuse me, slip space. People got very upset that I said hyperspace.
Right.
But they came
I
out
noticed
that
they said slip space, and I was like, he better get this right the next time.
Yeah.
Boy, how?
Yeah. But they were like, Pelicans don't have a slip space engine. Like it doesn't work. But they actually said in the show, and I didn't even know this was a thing, even though they mentioned it in Halo Infinite. It's a condor. It's not a pelican. So like they know their ships are like relatively accurate to the core lore, which is really like I think they put a lot of detail in that. I really like that. Even the Covenant ships.
Yeah.
It's like OG Banshee too. Awesome, I think in the first episode when that elite flies off.
Yeah, there was a Banshee, right? Yep. That was the first episode when the elite that we thought was the arbiter, that going to be the arbiter.
Yeah.
Flew off.
Fingers crossed, because I'm pretty sure that same elite was the one that found Maki on the main planet. I don't know if the elite armors just all look like that, because it looked like the Arbiter.
I don't want to be that guy, but all the elites look the same so far.
All right. Anyway, so then after this flashback scene, after we see whatever, she's like, I'm gonna go get, I'm gonna bring you the demon's head or whatever, and that arc continues. And then
that was a cool line though.
It was good.
Not only am I gonna bring the relic, but I'm gonna bring that demon's head.
Yeah. Here. Spoiler alert for the Halo series. No, she won't. You can
Good
try.
luck.
Good luck. Yeah, exactly.
Take a good luck.
Yeah,
all right?
She can take it. Yeah. No, very good.
I will find you. I will kill you. I will bring the demon's head back to you, Mercy.
Good luck. Okay, so she takes an entire Covenant ship, right? And then she's like, I'm gonna go to Madrigal, but then she doesn't. Right. She kind of just like drops out of slip space in front of a UNSC ship, and pretends or whatever, and like Trojan horses them.
That's exactly what I was thinking. She pulled a Trojan horse on the UNSC Gladius.
Yeah, and they were like prepared too. They're like a million people there with guns pointed at her, and they search her. But I also noticed, I wrote it in my notes, the pod that they send over to get her. Did you recognize it? It was the same pod from Combat Evolved, like all of the like escape pods that they have in Halo. That was another accurate ship representation, and I was like, yes, that's the ship.
Yes,
that's it.
Right.
I was very excited about it. Yeah! I was so excited that I was right about in the trailer. We saw those like worm things, and everybody was like, so, I wonder if that's Flood.
That's when I texted you. Right. Yeah. That's that from the commercial, from the trailer. Everybody thought those little wormies were going to be Flood, and it was funny because I was waiting for us to get to that scene eventually in the show. Yeah. And I was thinking, man, from Halo Chat episode 2, you or not Halo Chat, from our live, you did not want to talk about, or you did not want to see more Flood. Like that's one thing you did not want.
I don't want to see more. Because I'm sure that we'll see Flood eventually.
It's a little. Or a reference. But like being directly involved, I know that was something that you were like not really looking forward to, but you were right.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I'm right, because that's
were right.
It's another interesting to see, like it was an interesting thing to see the hunters portrayed in their like worm form, and they're still like powerful, but they chose not to just show like a traditional hunter
form,
like in the armor, or like whatever, which still would have been cool regardless, but like it was an interesting thing to see. We got a foot for like 2 seconds.
Or a little bit of we got like a little bit of hunter thigh, a little bit of hunter armor, and that to me means that we're gonna see those. We're definitely gonna see them, because this is obviously something, a tool she utilizes, and man, I cannot wait to watch Chief take down a hunter. Actually, I can't. First of all, I can't wait for Chief to interact with a hunter live action, because even with Halo Infinite, after playing all these games, I see them and I still like get like a twinge of panic.
Yeah,
because they're fucking hard to kill.
Oh my god, let me tell you, if they do this, I'll sell my soul to Paramount. I don't even care. But what they need to do is have Chief.
He means it, Paramount.
I mean it. Reach out. What I want them to do is Chief to have like the OG Magnum, and the hunters are there, and he just lines it up and one shots them. Even though that just doesn't really make sense, but I would love to see that. Like I would love to see that as like a reference to the game, because that's that's how you take out a hunter.
Yeah,
that's how you take out a hunter. You shoot it and it's just one time and it's dead.
And in English, human English, it's is gooey bits.
It's gooey bits, right in the groove bits. But then so she takes over the ships, and then she's like interrogating this guy to figure out where they took the relic or whatever. And she had magic plasma sword fingers.
Yeah, like it was basically the Meg from Family Guy, where she has the ability to grow her nails out. She had,
Yes.
so what was that? What was that? A plasma
It
sword
was a plasma
nail?
sword. It was like a tiny little plasma sword nail.
But no, but it was a plasma sword nail? Like,
it came out of her
well,
finger,
I mean,
though, I think, like Wolverine.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, it did. And again, like, that's one of those parts where I didn't agree with how they chose to show whatever. I don't want to say I don't want to say it's magic. It's not magic. It
Well, it was
looked
definitely
like
Covenant
a plasma
technology.
sword.
It was Covenant technology.
Right. It was Covenant tech, but like,
bizarre.
I personally, when I saw that, I was like, what? I thought she was gonna break his neck with the worms.
Would have
That's
been.
that's where I thought this was going. But then she pulled out that nicely, nicely looking
little manicure
plasma nail, and then little manicured nail, and then it just right in his brain hole.
Yeah, it was weird. I guess. I mean, the objective is probably to paint her as like an assassin, I guess. Like I don't know. It was very strange.
Yeah,
it was very strange.
It just came out of nowhere. But I mean, again, this is not one of those things where I'm like, this show's gonna suck.
No. Like, it was weird.
Not
at
all.
I mean, like, I can just.
It was a creative thing. It was a creative thing.
choice.
Like So
I don't agree with it, but I mean, like, whatever. It's not a deal breaker. But that was
wait
pretty much
until
all
we
we
see the two nails.
Yeah, she's got
she's gonna
it's both pointer fingers. But that's all we see of Mackie pretty much. She was like, oh, they didn't have it. I'm gonna go to magical. Like, that's her next step. And then the humans kind of like intercepted it. So hopefully we'll see something where they like clean up the audio, and they're like, that's a human's voice speaking, saying Haley, and like
what? So was she speaking? Was she like blocking the signal, or trying to block?
I think it was like encrypted or something. Like it was like, like they couldn't really tell what it was, but they could tell that it was saying Haley.
Yeah. Right, and she was doing it from the UNSC ship, so she maybe she spoke through the UNSC ship to like lure Chief out.
Maybe, but like, it didn't, like, that wouldn't really make sense, because she like, well, I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe
because it didn't make sense. I was thinking like, well, she didn't have to send the message through the UNSC ship. She could have just sent it through the Covenant ship. But I think she did that on purpose, as like a way to be like, Covenant are doing something to the UNSC and blah 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 blah, and I don't know, just for story-wise purposes, trying to smoke out the Chief.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would make sense, but like, I'm not giving Paramount that much credit. Like, I kind of just feel like it was like in hindsight type of thing, but I don't know. I'm assuming
she was so jazzed up with murder that she accidentally used their cell phone.
Yeah, exactly. But that was pretty much it for Mackie, and then we can move on to the meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes of the episode. And you know what it is. You know exactly what it is.
Oh, I know what it is. You know what it is.
And it rhymes.
I know what it is.
With Schmortana. And, yeah, so we're introduced to Cortana. We see her as a we see her as a clone, which was really interesting to me, because I thought that was like a breakaway from lore, until I did, like, I saw
you did some
information otherwise, and I did a little research. I did a little pilgrimage to the Halo wiki.
I love that they said that.
Shout out to Halo wiki. But apparently that's how the smart AIs in the Halo universe are created. They're flash cloned, and then they're actual humans that they like scan the brain and it kills them. Which is really interesting. So we see Cortana like interacting with Halsey, but Cortana seems to have all of Halsey's memories up to a certain point, which was like so weird to see. She had
and
like
she was
an
like
attitude.
up to date with everything.
Yeah, she was up to date with everything.
Yeah, well, because it was basically a copy. It was a hard copy of Halsey.
Yeah, I guess so.
From a point in time.
Memories from a point in time. Yeah, it includes it, because she said like when you were my age or whatever. So it must have been like a specific point in Halsey's life that she grew to, and she has the memories, which I guess like whatever. But we see like a lot of attitude in Cortana. Like Cortana,
she is a sassy clone.
Yeah, she is the same.
She is a real sassy clone.
Yeah, and she's the same. Like she's the same as Halsey, including her faults, where she like kind of like thinks that she knows best, and she says things like our like life, or like us, like she doesn't see herself as an object. She sees herself as Halsey. Like
no right.
And I thought
which
it was really
which is kind of awkward.
Yeah, it was a little awkward, considering
kind of awkward.
She's yeah. But I mean, she gets
considering we know where this is going.
Yeah, we know where this is going. But it was cool to see her like ask about the Spartans and be like, like what happened to them? Which one did you pick? Like, oh, I knew it would be John.
Yeah.
Like she knows John, and like,
man,
and, like,
so
what
she
she's
must
gonna
have
do.
she started this a long time ago then.
Yeah, I guess. Like I don't know. Like I really don't know if it was like early memories.
He's
or
a lot.
What?
I mean, he's older. Yeah. if I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. Speaking of him being old, I saw somebody post a comment on one of my TikTok videos. I think to be mean, I'm not 100% sure, but they like in all caps like, he looks like he's 22, and I was like, okay, like as if he's too young to be chief. Yeah. And then I IMDb'd it. The dude's 44 years old. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
like good for you.
I mean, that's a Pablo. That's a compliment to him, right?
Schneebly, whatever your name is.
Schreiber, I think it is. Schreiber, Pablo. Listen, we're gonna get you a headset. We're gonna get you on here.
We're gonna get you on here. Don't you worry. You're gonna be right here next to us, and then I'm gonna ask you to read this word really quick. Okay.
It says spoiler. It says kiss.
Yeah.
and you know what they say on the waste junkyard planet. You usually have to do what it says.
Yeah, you have to do what it says. I hate that, man. I hate that so much. But that whole like scene where they were like getting ready to scan Cortana, I was like a little bit cringing, because like I felt like they did it's again, like remember I was complaining about like the mine carts and the asteroid, like it was like weird.
Yeah, it was like too gimmicky.
Too gimmicky. It was like we're doing a sci-fi show, so we're going to do the thing where the needle goes into the eye.
They really
we're going to like make the chip.
They really juiced up the sci-fi surgery.
Yeah, exactly. It just too much. Paramount, like less is more sometimes.
I thought Chief's side of it was pretty standard for good. What it would look like. But I guess he was only receiving the implant, you know.
Yeah.
I guess they had to go all out for the clone.
Yeah. The only problem I had with Chief's side was that when they pulled Cortana out of the thing after she'd been scanned, it was the same. Did you notice that it was the same like chip thing?
It was
Cortana.
The chip.
Yeah. I really like that.
And I was like, oh look, it's there. But then they took the thing out of the chip.
Yeah, and then they took the thing out of the chip, and then it got like molten hot for some reason. Like they put a little tiny hole in the back of his head, which is where I guess it is anyway. But then they made it lava. Like too much.
But before we continue with the
exactly
implant going
to
Chief, what was that with the she couldn't even look at a book to read. He just was going for it. The assistant to Halsey, I guess, all of a sudden just like professed his love to the clone, and then like tried to make out with her before she transferred her brain. And Halsey walks in, and he's just like, oh, just a computer.
Oh no, I'm just scanning the clone.
I'm working.
No, don't worry about it. That was really weird.
like I guess the last two episodes they kind of implied that he had a weird, I don't know, like infatuation with her, but like they totally like no. They went from like a hint to like, this guy really tried to just make out with the clone that was about to get
literally
drained.
Like your brain.
That made no sense to me, but Yeah, he's like, he just rubbing this bald head, and he's like,
"Can you read this?"
He went for it.
I heard tale of a legend where if you read out of this book, our lips must meet.
I'm about to take that book. I'm about to take that book from you.
No,
I'm about to take that damn book from you. Anyways, that caught me off guard. Again, doesn't break the show for me yet. So then Cortana goes into his brain.
Yeah, and that's another thing that they switched up on us. Like Cortana is magic again. Like Cortana is like right. They have more magic now.
Yeah. I mean, and I want to be careful calling it magic, because you got to be careful with the words you say or you got to be careful with the headlines.
I have a theory. I have a theory. Would you like to hear my
what's
theory?
The theory on the data magic?
I have a theory that in this universe, all technology is actually magic. At the end, when they find Halo, it's going to be a portal that leads to World of Warcraft.
You can't get any better than that.
You can't get any better than that.
Is that what you wanted?
Is that what you wanted? Is that what you want?
Are we getting closer to what you wanted?
Yeah, but again, I understand the need to have like a way to represent her for no reason, but like,
right,
where is she coming from?
And so wait before, what he means by magic is literally it's just like a swirl of data, kind of like hard light, right? I guess isn't that a terminology in sci-fi things, like in Mass Effect or something?
I mean, no, it's like from Halo, like Halo 4. Remember they had the hard light weapons, and it was like like a
right.
But it's
right.
Like,
okay, so it does exist, but like it didn't make sense where it was coming from, and I don't know. Is it a part of him? Is it something coming off like the ship? Is it I
don't know. I feel like I have
siphoning
to do more
technology bits from the air, the moisture in the air, the data moisture points all in the air. Is she all around us?
She explains it. She says some sort of sci-fi words that I don't know what it was. I'll go back and double check to see if it makes any sort of sense.
Yeah,
but it would make sense if
we'll probably
John
put it right
could
here.
See her. Yeah, we'll put it
we'll
right
probably
here.
Put it right here.
I'm gonna put it right there.
And as she's talking,
but it would make sense if John could see her, because she's like in his brain. But then, and that's what I kind of assumed was going on.
Right.
And then the other Spartans see her come out of nowhere, and they're like,
Well, she's talking to Halsey at the first time around.
Well, she's talking to Halsey the first time.
We already knew that people could see her.
Yeah, but I assumed like Halsey had some sort of like hologram projectors in her little lab.
Okay,
like it was like a hologram room.
Yeah,
but
but I'm in the same boat with you. Like I thought it was Chief that could see it, but you're right. When Halsey, Cortana introduced herself to the Spartans, they're all kind of like, "The fuck is this?" But I did like that scene where Chief was like, "Get back, go back in the bottle." Yeah. You know,
I like
Genie, go back.
I think a lot of Halo fans are probably not going to like this, but like he doesn't like Cortana right off the bat, because he's like his own independent person, and he's already like feeling a little like hey, what's going on with the UNSC? Like why like something weird's happening, and now you're giving me this person that's going to like be watching me poop all the time.
He actually fought it. He actually fought it before they had ever done the surgery. You know, Chief was like, "Why do I have to do this? You know, I can do any task that needs to be done. Like, why is this necessary?" And Halsey basically just like, once again talked him into it. I guess is the main theme of
John
of things with their
John. It'll make you better, John. It'll make you so much better. Everything will be okay, John. Everything will be okay, John.
You see this word in this hard light book.
Look, John. Look
at John.
Look at this word, John.
It says, "Lay down on the table and let me implant an artificial intelligence into your brain." And you know what they say when it's there, John? You have to do it.
You have to do it, John. You have to do it. Yeah.
All right.
But I do like the like Cortana is not like his best friend immediately, and he kind of like slow burns,
very standoffish,
being able to tolerate Cortana, I guess is the right word, or trust Cortana. And I guess he can't trust Cortana because Cortana is just a spy at this point. But I think they're building up to like a payoff of like Cortana's the spy, and like we're upset with Cortana, and then they're going to do that movie thing where he's like, oh, Cortana, you were man, you made me mad. And like she'll be gone for a little while, and then she'll come back and she'll save him, like all that stuff.
Then he's gonna need her, and she's not gonna ask for her, but she's gonna come out because she's actually like really fond of him. And she probably, because she was a little sassy in the very beginning, and her job was to fully take over the mind of Master Chief, which is, that's not canon, correct? Like that's not like, it's they're supposed to be an assistant. They're supposed to be assistant, but in Paramount, Paramount's Cortana is there. This artificial intelligence is supposed to completely take over the brain and and just like basically hijack the body. She starts giving attitude because Halsey doesn't allow it at first, right? She only gave her a little bit of access to Master Chief, and Cortana was like really like annoyed about it. She was like, why? That's not what I'm built for. And Halsey's like, well, you're gonna listen to me.
So I was doing you're gonna
listen to me.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to me. I was doing a little bit of research into Cortana just to kind of like see what like the vastness of the difference. And there's two things. To credit to Paramount, they actually use the first words that she says in the beginning. She says, when the game is over, the king and the pawn go back into the same box. That's actually canon, what Cortana said for the first time. It's some quote that Halsey's mother said to her.
Oh no, the comments.
I know.
The comments. Oh god. Oh god, they're filling up below me.
Yeah, I can see. Below me. yeah, but I thought that was, I mean, credit where credit's due. That, like, again, a small detail that they didn't need to include, but they included it anyway. I like that. But then there's also another thing that apparently Cortana did in lore or whatever, where she, like, Cortana removes this like code that Halsey puts into her that's like a termination code type of, like a self-destruct type of thing.
Okay.
And Cortana takes that out of herself. So I'm thinking, maybe like this on-off switch will serve like the same narrative tool as where like she will like
code or whatever.
She'll like figure out a way to like make it so that she can do it whenever she wants, and Halsey will be like, how did you do that? You know what I mean? Just so that like we have that moment where like she takes control of John without
and everybody's like, oh shit,
it's like we're in trouble.
The artificial intelligence is that Chief and the artificial intelligence are not in our control anymore. Shit.
Maybe we should stop making things. Maybe we should stop making things that'll kill us.
We are having a hard time controlling the most powerful weapons that we have.
Yeah. Also, we lost a couple nukes, so whatever. But I did like. I mean, I like, and you were right. You actually mentioned. We were talking about the scene where like Cortana appears to the Spartans and like, whoa, who's this? And he's like, I told you not to come out. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Yeah, don't you stay. Mom. Yeah, no. He wanted her to bounce. He wanted her to go back in the bottle because he didn't want to have to explain it. He's kind of embarrassed by it, which is, I don't know. That's a little. That's kind of. I guess it's a little embarrassing. A nice personality trait. But because he considers it a babysitter. That's why.
I mean, he knows exactly what they're doing. But you mentioned like in the first Halo chat where it was like the one Spartan you could tell is like going to be like an issue. Like one of those Spartans is going to be like the tattletale or whatever. It's the blonde one.
Oh yeah, the blonde Spartan. Yeah.
And every I can't tell if they bring blonde that
close up on her face and
I can't tell if the blonde one is like the most concerned for him, because she was the one that was like, that's not procedure, Chief, and now she's like kind of like, what's going on here? Like spying on him while he's taking out his chip, and we get to see
so let's rewind this real quick.
Let's rewind this real quick. Let's talk about it.
The kiss.
That's it. let's talk about the thing that oh man, if you saw the episode, you knew we were going to talk about this.
We saw his butt,
full butt, and almost his another shocking moment.
Almost.
But to your credit,
another shocking, and it's canon. No,
and it's canon. Another to your credit. As you said in the last episode, when you're watching this show, just think to yourself, would this scene be silly if he had his helmet on?
Now imagine Chief, butt naked, trying to take out a suppressant in his spine. Picture this. He's trying to take out a which is also hilarious. He was just like in the
bathroom.
What do they call that? There's just like the shower, the bathroom, whatever.
Yeah.
He's just in there by himself. The steam room. No, it's definitely not a steam room, but he's just in there by himself, taking this thing out. And yeah, imagine if his helmet was on. Now, wouldn't that be silly?
That would be weird. But I mean, to be
some
fair,
people
there was no.
I bet you there's some people want it.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is like this is exactly like the Mackie scene where like he didn't need to be butt naked, like he didn't need to be. But I mean, are we complaining about it? Look at this, Pablo Schneebly. Look at this. If you ever watch this, come look at this really quick. Can you read that?
Look at that. Yeah, no, he was totally naked, and it was again another shocking thing. Is it gonna? I mean, like I said, if you thought the helmet coming off was gonna piss you off, I guess you're gonna like implode from disgust and offense.
Yeah,
because he's totally naked.
So once he takes it out, Cortana, there's that moment where like Cortana's like, should I stop him? And Halsey's like, nope, you have to pretend to be good. So like we're building that trust.
Pretend to be friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, we're building that trust with Cortana. And then he like walks around Reach, which I made a note, like when I was watching it, I made a note of it. Like it seems weird that like Chief, even with Cortana, can just like go wherever he wants. Like very strange.
I don't know, but I think he's it feels like he's it feels like he snuck out, but it also doesn't feel like he snuck out because
like waltzed out of there.
He just leaves.
Yeah,
he leaves. He no, you know what? Scratch that. He definitely did not he didn't sneak out, because he stopped and stared at people playing card games in the barracks. He was full front and center in those the marching to out of the base. And like then he got on the bus.
Yeah, then he gets on the tram. Yeah, very, very strange. But that reminds me, when he's walking by
and if he had a helmet on this whole time, wouldn't that be
how weird? But when he's
without
walking
his
by
armor?
when he's walking by the Marines playing like weird sand balls game, I don't know if that's a real game for one, but did you notice something?
It might be.
Did you notice a little Easter egg in there?
What's that?
What the sound of the Marines reacting to Chief is from the games.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I didn't catch that.
That's Chief. Hey, Chief. Oh, Chief's back.
Yeah.
Like
the happy Marine
talk.
Yeah.
That's the Marine talk from
saved.
The games. We're saved. Well, I mean, they didn't say that because I would.
Yeah. No, I know. But those are some of the lines. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just another little detail that I really like to hear.
That's an Easter egg for the fans. Like that's that link. That's the we didn't forget about where this thing comes from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They care. It does really seem like they do care.
Mm-hmm,
so, that's why we continue to like when we catch moments like this, we kind of like harp on it, because people really are painting this picture that the show was made without care or concern. But little moments like that is proof.
Yeah, it's just like if you are out in the comments,
but he waltzed right out.
And you see like if you see people saying that, like, just know that they probably haven't seen the show, because there's no way that anybody could honestly say that these creators have no idea what Halo is, that the creators like went in blind and like see all of the detail that they've put into this show. Like detail. It's weird, like it's veering off in certain places, but they know They know the source material. The choices that they make are
And
intentional.
also,
They're not accidental.
yeah, they're super intentional, but also now that we're in episode 3, you know they mentioned the ring. It is now something important in the show. So I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know how much more to like I said, harp on it.
Yeah, like I'm very excited. I think moving forward from episode 3, we see
Yeah.
Chief after he has his emotional little walk around the town. He goes
Yeah.
and interacts with the
Little
relic again,
stroll.
and we're learning. We
He
learned
sees a
earlier in the
dog.
episode. Yeah, he sees
Hold on.
his dog.
Chief saw a dog.
Chief saw a dog.
He saw his dog in another dog.
Wild.
I thought okay, hold on. One thing though is I really loved is how alien Chief is like to the rest of the world. Like he just stares at people mindlessly. Like he stares at people playing a game. He was on the train staring at like a couple, like, you know, being little flirty on the train. He goes he goes basically damn near to the front of the show and stares at people playing the violin. And then he turns around and he goes up the stairs and stares at a dog. And I really thought he was just gonna like put a dog here in the inevitable TikTok, and to just
be staring at the dog. Literally, like have a little bit of social tact, John. Because I thought he was going to ask. I thought he was going to ask her what type of dog it was, because I was like, what kind of dog is this? And then that'll help him like figure out what planet he was going to or whatever. But if they wanted to be lore accurate, you remember when the person like drops the ball or something, and he's like, that's hey buddy, that's mine, and Chief like throws it back to him or whatever. If it was lore accurate, he would have thrown that ball and that guy would have turned into to a goop. Yeah, he has his stroll around the town, and then we learned earlier in the episode, we skimmed past this bit, which was relatively important. We learned that the relic interacts with Chief and his consciousness. It's not just his body. It's like it's Chief. They can't, like, Cortana can't take over him and touch the relic and see what he sees. Like it's entirely Chief.
Chief has to be
and
behind
so
the wheel.
once he removes this this emotional chip, he's like I need to see more. So he goes and he touches the relic again, and I guess he gets more of a vision. I don't know if it's because he got the chip removed,
it's the feelings.
or if he
the feelings.
he just sees more and more. It's the feelings.
He's connecting more to the
whatever.
feeling, and that's what he was telling. Like you said, the bit we passed over is when he first interacted with, and that's also why they pushed the Cortana project, through. They wanted to get Chief to touch the relic with Cortana in his brain. And when he does, he gets, they're starting to like, they're letting Chief touch it, but Cortana is trying to touch it as well through Chief. And like you said, when she is in control, or when she has more control, there is no response from the relic. So it has to be blood and bone Master Chief John 117 to touch the relic for there to be some type of reaction.
Yeah. And oh my god, but like just to talk about Cortana again, like, even though she's so different, the fact that they have the Cortana voice actor being Cortana, like, that's Cortana. We get to have Cortana.
We literally get to
in
have
the show,
Cortana.
like, regardless of whether or not she's blue or whatever. Like, this actress knows Cortana. This is exactly what you want. This is what I want. This is what everybody wants as a fan of Halo. It's like
really hard. It's
that was so good.
Yeah, I loved it. I got very excited when she first rolled out of the thin data air, and we got to hear her.
Hi, Chief.
Hi, Chief. I'm set to a certain tone and pitch and language or sound so that I don't sound threatening, and it's comforting.
Yeah, it's not working,
no,
Cortana. I mean, I love you, but if I like ran into you on the street, but I remember what you did. I remember what you did. I wonder if they're going to like go that route with Cortana, 'cause since she's so sassy and she's like barely following orders already.
I think we're getting a hint of that Cortana.
I would like
so would I.
Personally, I would
So
like,
would I.
and I know people hate that.
No,
like, people hate that storyline. They completely obliterated it in Halo Infinite.
But I loved it.
But like,
I loved it.
The freaking Skynet Terminator AI gone wrong. Like, it's
fun.
I mean, it's been done or whatever.
Fun.
But like, awesome.
Yeah, it's fun, and also
it is
fun. But also like one thing, and one thing I was thinking about with this episode is, especially with like Cortana like being, you know, kind of sassy and not really following order, or wanting, you know, showing signs of not wanting to follow orders. Um, Along with the worms, I was like, the whole thing. I was like, man, this Halo could easily be like a sci-fi horror genre, you know, like for like if they really played on those like dark
if they
elements,
chose to.
if they chose to play on super dark elements, they could, because they get close, but then they have to reel it back because, you know, for whatever reasons. But man, I kind of hope they go with a little bit more scary, you know, horrific things in this series.
Yeah, I mean, if we're honest, we're probably going to see the flood, and it's probably going to be scary.
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's true.
Because the flood is like rotting corpses.
Right.
That
yeah,
like
we're bound to get to a planet.
We're probably going to see the flood. Like, which is like, as much as I don't want to see it, which I mean, it's fine, because but I just like, I'm so done with the flood. I don't want to see them anymore, but we're probably going to. So whatever.
We'll see.
I guess
we'll see. We will see. Right now, I'm just very excited that we're gonna have hunters, at least potentially a little more than a hunter thigh.
just a tad more. Yeah, I do hope they have like the full hunter with her the next time she goes to Madrigal.
That would be
she's not,
so awesome.
but she's probably going to be sneaking. So
right. No, I mean, I think there's a good chance we get a hunter versus Master Chief scene, and can't wait for that. Hopefully.
Yeah, I really do anticipate that moving forward, we're going to get a lot more like the chief we're accustomed to from the like he's going to he's in his armor again. We got the armor in. He's found out up. Like he's discovered that, hey, we need this thing that also goes with this relic, and I need to go to where I used to live, and we're going to learn more about Chief and his past and his weird
they just described how like
that made him
awful this planet has been left off with, like a disease that, you know, it's
and they're lying,
and they're totally lying.
I guarantee you
he's about to drop down there and see probably not if they're going with the canon.
His Peepaw and his Mima are going to be there. His freaking dog.
Well,
his dog probably is long gone.
Definitely not there. Maybe a hologram of his dog.
I thought that his dad made him kill his dog
so did I.
at first.
That
because I didn't realize he was bearing the relic. I thought he was. I thought he was like, son, I'm sick of you with this dog. Yeah. You better bury it.
That's what I thought. I was like, did he wait? I was like, wait a minute. Did this guy make Chief kill his son? Or I'm sorry, kill his dog?
Yeah, I was his dog. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that was weird. But here we go. Here we go. We're ramping up. We're ramping up for the majority for the rest, where it's like, Chief's on a mission. He's going to find the relic. He's going to fight the government.
He's going to put the helmet on, and maybe, hopefully for you that's getting real mad about it, it stays on for a good amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we also completely brushed over the rubble scenes because whatever. Like the girl's going back to Madrigal.
Those rebel scenes.
Really anything to talk
about. They're also just like very short in this episode, so it's not something like storytelling wise. It's just so that you know what's going to be happening. Like, you know that the young girl is going to be going somewhere else. But as far as like this episode was really heavy Chief, Cortana, and his past, and then basically, like you said, setting up for the next mission. Because now he's got Cortana, and this was the only way he was going to be put back in the front lines, as Halsey said. And so that's exactly what we're going to get.
And Halsey's going with him.
Yeah.
Which will be weird.
That's not something she normally does, but
the only thing that I worry about, and so far they've been okay with it, but the only thing that I think I worry about moving forward is like they have to be careful with how many different threads we have to follow. Because right now we've got a completely different thread. We're going to go follow what's her name to Madrigal, where she's probably going to maybe interact with Mackie, and like Mackie's going to try to like get information out of her that will help her find John, and like John's going to be doing his thing, and then we have Miranda Keys researching the relic, and she's going to be doing her thing, and it's going to like.
But those are like side
they got to be really
stories.
careful.
Yeah, those are side stories. Yeah, so
yeah, I know, but like if you have like a million different side stories, then you could end up
but
like,
let's
in a little bit.
If we were to like count them real quick, we got Chief story. We got Mackie's story, we've got the young girl story, and now we have Miranda Keys' story. But I think the Miranda Keys one is more so like that's 4, no? Two major, 2 minor.
Yeah, I mean it's like right now.
Right now we're in
I think it's fine right now.
And I think
and they're doing okay with it as long as it's not.
I think it's gonna be heavy Chief next episode, going to the planet and doing some detective
really
work.
Hope it's heavy Chief. I just really want more heavy. Like I want more Chief. I want more.
They're gonna start
even
episode
watching him
4,
like do the weird walk around reach thing.
They're gonna start episode 4 with him just naked outside of the ship.
Just like in a field,
just like walking, kind of like why am I thinking like a Superman
like
scene?
Gladiator.
Gladiator. Yeah, he's just like walking through the fields and just like slow motion,
like touching the grain
he's just
or whatever,
like, gently walking, but he's just nude. And then
have you seen my dog?
And Halsey and Cortana are just like in the pod, and they're like, Chief, we got Chief. You weren't wearing any clothes, Chief. Aren't you cold? Wouldn't it be?
I'm fine. I have my helmet.
Wouldn't it be more constructive to be in your suit of armor, with her smile at the end of every? She's getting hurt though. She's taking her little hits.
This is very. Yeah, really, really weird. So now that we've had our discussion, what did you think about the episode? How many out of 10 would you give it?
Let's see. I'm gonna go. I want to go 8, but I'm gonna go 7 just because I wanted more action. We had a good amount of lore. There were some weird little things happening with like the nail, the weird kiss, the book that the all-knowing book that makes you have to do the things. I don't know. There were some little goofy bits in there that I was like, oh, okay, like we're telling the lore, we're trying to get this story moving, but you keep, derailing me with awkward trying to kiss the clone. Oh, and also like again, it wasn't a bad scene, but like Chief being completely nude again, like for a second I was like, oh, that's his ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? In the non-canon rating, I would give it an 8 for the ass. In the canon my canon rating, it's going to be a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Oh man, you completely threw me off because because previously I gave the previous episode a 6 out of 10 because literally like essentially the same reasons that you're saying, like it was a little zany to me, but this episode when I was thinking about it, I was going to give it 8 out of 10 but after what you like, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm going to go with a solid 8 out of 10 and my
That's
reasoning
fine.
behind it, it's like because it did have zany parts, however it really drove the story forward, and we got to see a lot of Chief, we got Cortana, like all of this additional information that I find really excited, and I'm very excited. I'm more excited going from episode 3 to episode 4 than I was going from episode 2 to episode 3. So I think
I'm so ready for episode 4.
A solid. Oh my gosh. I'm so Paramount.
Yeah, they ended that episode. They ended that episode perfectly with Chief being like suited up and ready to go.
Very excited. Suited up and ready to go.
Yeah.
And so am I. But let us know in the comments what you thought. Let us know your ratings for the episode. Let us know how you're feeling about the show in general. Let us know what you're excited about. And as always, drop a like, drop a subscribe if you want to keep up with us, because we will be continuing to do Halo Chat for the foreseeable future and bringing you all of the Halo goodness that you need.
On Halo Chat.